Oh yeah, I just waved my magic wand. And hello, this hangout is now live on the air, and welcome all of you network marketers to the Network Marketing Insider number 242 on this Wisdom Wednesday. We haven't had a website Wednesday in a while. There's a couple little glitchy things about that, but we'll just call this one a Wisdom Wednesday here on what is this? January, February, March, April 6th, is it? April the 6th, 2016. I'm Paul Romero. We're hanging out here from Phoenix, Arizona. And did you know that by the time you take out all the time you spend sleeping and all the time you spend, commuting and working and running around doing all those things you got to do every day, that by the end of the day, most people have like 1 or 2 hours for themselves to do the things they like to do. And even if they had more money, would they, even if they had more time, would they have money to do anything whatsoever? Well, you know what? We have found a way for you to own your life again by starting a home-based business. It's so simple that anybody can do it. It doesn't involve any selling. And the best part of all, it doesn't take very much of your time. So what do you think? You wouldn't happen to know anybody that would be interested in something like that, would you? John, would you?
I happen to know someone very intimately that'd be very interested in something like that. And that person is me. I love the business model that Paul is presenting, the 45-second presentation. This is Wisdom Wednesday Hangout. Sorry about getting a 3-minute late start. I don't know where Paul was. I was, for a second there, Paul, when you had invited me to the Hangout and I was waiting for you to go live, I was watching your house. It was kind of creepy, almost like I was a peeping Tom in there or something. But I'm hanging out live from Phoenix, Arizona. So why don't you go ahead, anybody who's watching this hangout, leave a comment or leave a comment. Let us know where you're hanging out from. And let's just get right into it today, Paul. So is there any wise wisdom gold nuggets that you've been stirring around in your head this morning that you wanted to specifically get into?
Well, yes, and it's a little bit of a reflection of Jeff's mastermind, joining Jeff's mastermind, and the whole studying of one of the marketing gurus of the 21st century here. And so just a quick little update on what I'm doing and what's going on here, what kind of where this information comes from. One of our mentors, Jeff Fagan, who does the Street Smart Business Success calls and leads a 2% club every week, and has put a lot of good information into our heads that have helped us become very successful, both in this business as well as in our real estate business. And he's decided to do a mastermind group, and he has chosen 4 of the top, sales gurus, so to speak, of this time of currently who are the top people. One guy in sales, one guy in leadership, one guy in marketing, and one guy in systems. And so he's chosen these 4 people and selecting 8 people to join the group, and to each person study each one of these people's works for 1 hour a day for 8 weeks. So I don't know how many days that is. What is that? 7 times 8 is 56 days. So that's 56 hours worth of study on these people's works, and to see where that takes the 8 people in the group by the end of the 8 weeks. I think it's going to be very interesting. I'm one of the guys. I happen to be assigned to Dan Kennedy, who is one of the top sales, direct marketing kind of gurus, leading, Fortune 500 companies, entrepreneurs, thousands or millions of followers, whatever it is, written like 13 books since '91, the No BS marketing books. And I'll tell you, this guy, in just the about 2 hours so far that I've put into this, I have come up with some very enlightening concepts that have been presented in some of his stuff. And where it started was I found a little video called, oh gosh, can't remember what it was called, but it was, business success in the new economy. And this video series, this was actually just him in a very small room with a very small group of his inside circle people. And they were just asking him questions. And this came from like 2009, I believe this was going on, right about the time that he wrote the book, of business success in the new economy. And so that's kind of where I was going to go today with, what does your prospect want from you? And it all comes down kind of to this whole new economy idea and the new mindset of the consumer today. And one of the things that he used as an example was, pre-crash, right? Everybody's just buying anything. I mean, they're throwing money at stuff. They're just, if somebody wanted to get a new kitchen, and here's the interesting dynamic. If somebody wanted to get a new kitchen, they had to call a contractor, get on a waiting list. And, the contractor could pretty much charge whatever he wanted, right? And people were like glad to pay it. Oh my God, just put me on the list and get my kitchen done as soon as I can. I don't care what it is, I'll pay it, right? And the big dynamic is that has shifted, and the power, the control in business and consumerism has shifted back to the consumer. And now, and they know it. They know that businesses are hurting and businesses want their business. And where before, like I said, they were just throwing money at everything and didn't give a crap about anything. Now, the consumer is a lot more responsible, a lot more discerning. They won't put up with bad service, things like that. So in how you deliver your business to your consumer is going to make a big impact on whether or not they're going to be interested in what you have or not. That goes both for your product and for your opportunity in your network marketing business. It needs to be, you need to make your presentation in a manner that your prospect can feel that he's making a responsible decision, that he can justify, paying the money for whatever it is, whether it be the product or whether it be the entry fee into the business, and that he's going to feel good about it at the end of the day. Because the example that he used was like this: you've got three people after post crash time, you've got three people living on the block, right? They're all friends. One of them making $250,000 a year. Obviously, the crash hurt him. Now his income has been reduced or whatever. He's only $175,000 a year guy now, right? But this guy's still got money, right? I mean, not everybody lost everything in the crash. There was still plenty of people that still had money, and this guy's got plenty of money still, right? He can still do a remodel on his kitchen if he wants to. But then he's got his friend down the street who just lost his job, or is running his little business, and he's just suffering and struggling and barely making ends meet. And then he's got his other friend down the street who lost his job months ago, and he's about to be foreclosed on. So you've got these three people. And so when this guy, the guy who's still got the money, invites his friends over for dinner, and they're whining and crying about their bad situation, and then they leave, and then him and his wife are sitting there talking about, well, we were talking about getting that new kitchen, but if we go get a new kitchen right now, in the face of Mary and Susie and Joey and Tommy over here, what are we going to look like? I mean, we're going to look like we're flaunting our money in front of these people. So people became very reserved on what they were going to be spending their money on. And there's a hangover from that now, like I said, in the fact that, whatever it is that they get into, it's got to be responsible spending. It's got to make them feel good. They've got to be able to justify to others that it was a reasonable purchase or a reasonable action that they took into. So that's kind of where you really need to bring that sort of a consideration into your thought process when you're presenting both your business and or your service to your prospect. John.
There's so much wisdom in what you just said there. I'm just trying to formulate one thought to talk about for the next 5 minutes, because there's several things that I'd like to touch on with this topic here, just to kind of directly relate this idea of the new economy and the service, and how people are a little bit more discerning about the money that they spend nowadays. And I want to take that now and let's relate that to, Paul mentioned, your product and service and your opportunity. I guess, the trend being, and money was easy prior to 08. People were going to be able to put everything on credit. When you went to like a rah-rah seminar or a personal development seminar, everybody was running to the back of the room, buying all those additional courses and education on credit. Paul used the example of the kitchen and the remodel and the housing. And, that's another thing. I have a paint business, so I know firsthand how exactly this it has changed and affected things. Back in, prior to the crash with my paint business, we were doing probably a dozen remodel homes, high-end remodeled homes a year prior to the crash. Meaning people were putting, taking the home equity lines of credit. That's how people were spending. So credit's thinned down, right? People want more value for their money because people feel it in their pocketbook nowadays with the fact that inflation has increased so much just since 08 that your money's buying you less. So people are trying to squeeze blood out of an orange and get more for their money. So how does this all relate to network marketing? Well, I think in the face of the new economy, more and more people are looking for alternatives to the idea of, I'm going to work 40 hours a week, 52 weeks a year for 30 years and retire. That's another piece of this new economy, that this new world that we live in, that those good jobs really don't exist. They really don't provide the security anymore. And so people, because of that, are also reluctant to just spend their money as frivolously as they did prior to 08 in the face of this new economy. And because they don't have the credit to be spending like that, that is now is a great time to present an opportunity like network marketing. But you got to be really mindful about the product and the service that you're going to be sharing with people. You really have to, believe 100% in the product or service that you're going to share. B, you have to be able to show people that there's a lot of value in not just the product or service that you're sharing, but there's a lot of value in you, because the most important piece to a network marketing organization is your mindset and how you bring your product, service, opportunity to your prospect. And then having the strong upline to support you is key to it as well. But people are looking for the opportunity, want to believe that there's not just value in the product or service, but there's value in the opportunity that's being presented. And really, in my opinion, that value in the opportunity extends beyond the product or service, but directly to you. Do you have the belief system in the product or service, and you're excited about it, and you can get your prospect excited about it? Can you motivate and inspire your prospect to go out by sharing with them the education and the business model that we talk about every Monday, the Own Your Life plan? So just to kind of tie this all into what Paul's talking about with, like, reading into Dan Kennedy and this presentation about the new economy, and understanding that businesses are hurting more now, it really comes down to providing extraordinary products and service, but especially network marketing. Not everybody is signing up like they were years ago to get in on an opportunity. They really have to see the value, and it really comes down to how you present yourself, how you present the opportunity, and really how much value do you offer people when you present the opportunity.
I think that's a great reason exactly why, I think network marketing is a, accelerating area where people are starting now to, get on board with this whole idea, this concept, and signing up for more network marketing companies. Because number one, as we talked about in the Own Your Life plan book on New Op Days, in the in chapter 1, where it talks about what network marketing is, one of the things that's talked about is, since companies aren't spending money on the marketing, they can spend more money on developing their products or service and deliver high quality product and service. And so people today are looking for high quality. They want to get top value for their dollar. So the product and service that your network marketing organization brings to the table delivers that. Secondarily, the fact that they're not willing to put up with poor service. Now, this comes back on you, because if you're running your network marketing organization the right way, as per the Own Your Life plan, again, the service is you. You're the one who's going to be there for your prospect to help them build their business. So if this is the piece that you must deliver to the table, and that's the service that's going to make them feel good about their decision to join this network marketing organization and build it, because you're giving them high quality service and teaching them and training them and how to build their business. So that's why network marketing is so key, and that's where this Own Your Life plan fits so perfectly into the new economy. John, with that, why don't you give us a final word and take us home?
My final thought for the day. Yes, it's all about, really what I got out of this hangout. I said, you got to keep in mind, it's really about you when it comes to the network marketing, because people aren't spending money as frivolously, and they want to have a strong product or service. That's what's great about network marketing, as Paul said, is that because network marketing organizations utilize the network marketing model for distributing their products and service, they don't actually spend as much money in marketing and advertising as traditional companies do. Therefore, they actually put more money into product development and product research. So typically, if you get involved with a network marketing organization for whatever the product or service they're offering, lotions, potions, anti-aging creams, there's like Amway, which sells just about every household product. We do gold and silver. You're getting typically superior products, goods, and products. With Swiss Gold Global, what we have the ability to do is purchase gold and silver at wholesale rates, because we can buy it for less than what you can go and buy it typically for at the local coin gallery or on most websites. So we offer a unique opportunity to buy gold and silver at low dollar amounts. Not only that, we have the ability to have our gold and silver stored for us at no cost. That's a great product and a great service, but really the most important part of Swiss Gold Global is the actual IBOs, the independent business owner, Paul, myself, and building ourselves and providing our prospects and the people that are getting involved in our network marketing organization. We provide them value and support and help in building their businesses. And that's going to make you stand out from the rest. If you can be that person, if you can provide that sort of mentoring and training and support for the people in your downline. So with that, I'm just going to end today's hangout with the Napoleon Hill prayer that goes, "Oh universe, I ask not for more riches, but for more wisdom with which to make better use of the riches given to me at birth, consisting in the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever ends I may desire." So with that, we'll see you back here on Freedom Friday. And if Paul has any final thoughts, you can throw that in now.
I think that the final thought of the day is just to, think about your prospect. What does your prospect want from you? Okay? Because you are not the one who's in control anymore. They are. Everybody, see you back here.